Guten Erev Shabbos Kodesh, Parshas Tazria, Tavshinai and Test 5779 from Toronto. This week's Parsha, we discuss the topic of Tsaras, what happens when a person gets Tsaras, how we deal with it, what's the process. The Torah says that the Kohen is the one who's going to Kohen is the one who's gonna ultimately tell the person if it's tamei, if it's tahar, if he has to move out of the camp. He doesn't have to move out of the camp. Okay, why specifically the Kohen? And this is where it comes into. Sometimes it doesn't matter what it doesn't matter what you say. It's how you say it. It's there little sensitivity sometimes. I once heard from a Yid to be freed. He's an old friend of my father's. He runs NCSY in New York and Queens, very active. He had a student once ask him to officiate his wedding, to be Mesader Kiddushin, and be involved. And he wanted his Talmud, his NCSY public school boy. He wanted to get married lahalacha. And Jewish girl, Jewish boy, Mazel Tov. Everybody's happy and they're engaged. And my Fried's getting ready to prepare the ksuba a week before the wedding, and he calls the girl's family. He finds out, was your father, was your mother, was your grandmother. Finds out she's a Geiris. The problem is that the boy is a Kohen. And these two were in love. And Rabbi Fried said he literally did not know what to do. What's he going to do? How's he going to explain to this boy he can't marry this girl, the love of his life? So Rabbi Fried decided at the time to go to Rav Bluth, to bring the girl to Rav Bluth, sit there and explain to them, with the boy, explain to him the shiloh. Let's see what the rabbi says. I don't know. I heard there might be an issue. He's got a blessing before the wedding. They came to Rav Bluth and asked Rav Bluth the question. Rav Bluth asked them details. For about 20 minutes, they were sitting there. And for 20 minutes they were sitting there, and they were sitting there. Rav Bluth finally said, let me look it up. Call me back in an hour. And they came back an hour later. Rav Bluth with bloodshot eyes and from crying. He had been crying for the last hour for a boy he never met before in his life. He said, look at what it says. We can't fight what the Torah says. The Torah says that this is the halacha, and there's not much we could do, and I feel terrible. The boy walked out of the room and he called the girl. He said, listen, I know this is difficult, but unfortunately this can't work. He ended the wedding right then and there. Rav Fried asked the boy, he said, where'd you get the energy from? Where'd you get that kayach? And the boy said, if that man could cry for me for an hour, for someone he doesn't even know, just to feel the boy's pain, I'm going to have to break up this thing. If the Torah makes such kind of people, then that's a Torah I believe in, I want to hold true. So I can't go on with this wedding. You know, in life, sometimes we see people that really do need to hear certain lessons, and we really do want to give it to them. We have to remember sometimes, though, it's not about what you're saying, it's how you're saying it to them. You have to say it. It's got to be given over in a way that they'll be able to accept it. Thank you so much for listening. As always, any questions, comments, or feedback, you leave in the comment section below.